I'm calling all betters. Get ready to win big. Welcome to the show. It's a money pot thing. Let's go. We don't. Once again, calling all bettors. Get ready to win big as we welcome you back to another exciting episode of Money Pot Podcast. I'm your host, Moss Money, CEO, producer, your neighborhood better extraordinaire. Joining me as always, my guy, your guy, kind of a secret weapon. Best live better in the game. B Diddy. What's going on, bro?
What's up, man? What's up, man?
What's up, man?
Another
Hey,
day in the
man.
money pot. Another day in the money
Yes, sir.
pot.
Yes, sir. And together, we're going to show you how to make these smart bets. We're going to sweep the week with our expert analysts of four must-watch games. Grab your chips, grab your drinks. Even though it's midday flow, or join us for another action-packed episode. Sure to be a game changer. All right. We got four games to mow through. You already know the flow of the show and how we roll. We bring up the sports book. We look at each game, giving you our expert opinions and bets for you to check out. It's only four games, so it's going to be a short show. So make sure, like I said, man, you guys tune in. If you're just joining us, make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that share, tell a friend to tell a friend because we're doing big things here. We're growing at a crazy rate, and I can't wait to see what 2023 has for us. But we got money to win, so let me bring up the show, the sports book. Let's go to Overliable. Let's go to FanDuel. First game on the slate. We got two games on Saturday, two games on Sunday. Boom. There we go, baby. All right. Bring up my NFL. Got a nice zoomed up view for you. All right. Everybody can see that. We got Jacksonville and KC. Kansas City is favored. -8.5. Total is 52.5. Jacksonville got any shot in this game, bro?
I
I
think
mean,
they
they're
have a
coming
shot to
off a
keep
big
it
win,
close.
man.
Yeah, it's a
They're,
huge win.
yeah, they're coming off such a big win. And my concern with this is that do they have enough to go to Arrowhead and really get a win here? And I'm just not sure if they do. I'm
Hmm.
really not. I don't know if they can do that after such an emotional comeback victory, and then possibly have to do it again,
Right.
being down. Coaching can probably help that somewhat, but even Doug P said coming off, the win. This is outside of the Super Bowl. This is the greatest win or the best win he's ever had in his career. So
Right.
such a high there, and to sustain that again in another environment. Actually, no, they were home last game, but in a hostile environment like KC, it's going to be really hard for me to back them. It looks like some money has come on the Jags a little bit, but I love KC in the teaser here. Love KC in the teaser here.
Yeah, man. I think it's number one thing is we know how Andy Reid is coming off a bye. So that's a big point here of this game. KC has a bye week going into the second round. They're at
Hmm.
home. It's gonna be loud. I don't know if weather's gonna be a factor too much. Um, but I think just on the right side of on the offensive side, KC's the number one team in the offense. They're going to put up points. They're super explosive. They lead the league in yards uh, per catch,
Hmm.
and they're going against one of the worst defenses in football. A team that can't get off the field on third downs. I want to say they're what I'm looking at 23rd ranked defense and 28th against the pass. To me,
Mm.
this would be a great fantasy play if I had Patrick Mahomes still alive. I feel like he's going to go off in this game. He's going to represent well for his home team, and this is a redemption game for the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, not even a game. This is a redemption playoffs. This is the playoffs
Mm.
that last year when they were going into halftime up a good amount of points against the Cincinnati Bengals and almost
Right,
back
right.
to the Super Bowl. I think this is a point where Kansas City wants to make a statement, hopefully get a revenge match against Cincinnati in the next round, and be going to the Super Bowl again. So I really do like the Kansas City. The only problem I have with Kansas City is that they are terrible ATS against the spread. They are terrible.
Mm,
You're looking
yep.
at 5-11-1 against the spread. That tells me a lot. That tells me that either this line is too short, or they're thinking the same thing, possibly a backdoor, or somehow Kansas City lets off the gas somewhere in the third quarter and it makes it a game, as you've seen time and time out when you're watching the Kansas City Chiefs. So I see why people are on Jacksonville with the +8.5. You're getting through those key numbers.
Yep.
Uh, but I love to play. This is only and the only play for me would be a teaser here. You can tease them 3 ways. You can tease them 2 ways.
Uh,
But that would definitely be a teaser play for me. I believe Kansas City win at home, without a doubt. Bottom line, Chiefs has been in this moment multiple times. Jags are still wet behind the ears. Trevor Lawrence first time in this type of environment in the playoffs. Um, Obviously, they have a veteran coach in Doug Peterson, but
hmm
great story, great story. They still got a couple more years to come.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I'll look at the weather report in a second here, but I completely agree, and I tend to like this over as well. Casey's back in. They haven't been too well defensively. It's just that it's hard to stop KC in this offense that they got. Um, and like I said, just such a crazy comeback to have. For Jacksonville to win this game, they got to stay ahead. It's got to be KC trying to catch them, and they got to get ahead fast. And I just don't see that happening on the road in KC. Um, I think I think KC might even cover the spread here, but love them in a
Right.
teaser. So they'll be in one of my. I'm gonna have a two-team teaser, and they're gonna be the one leg of this. All right, for the next game, man, the game of the week for your Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles are favorite -7.5. Total is 48.5. Bro, talk to me about this
Mm,
game. Is this is this a letdown here? Like the line is telling me birds. When I look at it on paper, I see no matchup that I like for the Giants. Not
mhm.
one matchup I like for the Giants. I know we're hearing about 3 times. We already debunked that playing a team 3 times is obviously not going to really do anything. The Giants always play us tough. I think Eli's going to be in the building. This is a huge game. I believe Jenkins, Selleck, and I forget who the third no, Torrey Smith are going to be captains for this game. It's an 8 o'clock game, so Philly's going to be lit all goddamn day.
You know it. By the time that game time, it's gonna be a zoo.
Woo! It's going to
So
be crazy down there. So tell me, what? Why do the Giants have a chance here? I mean, is it just Brian DeBow? Is it Daniel Jones? They look good last week. Obviously, they beat the Vikings, but obviously we are not the Vikings. And honestly, when this line dropped, I think it was at 8, maybe 8.5, maybe
mhm,
possibly. I liked the Giants with the points. I felt like the Giants would make this game close. But
mhm.
the closer I get to game time, the more I think about it. And I don't know if I'm overthinking it or thinking myself out of it, or is this the Eagles fan in me telling me? But I just don't see a matchup I like for the Giants. Is it like I'm going off the fact that they believe that they're the underdog and they're relishing in that and that's how they're playing. But I don't know how the Giants can win this game. We got to beat ourselves for the Giants to win.
Well, the good thing is on this podcast, we don't have Giants don't have to win. They just have to cover the spread.
Right,
So,
right, right, right.
I mean, we're gonna talk about win or losses. I can give you three ways or 3 reasons why people are on the Giants, and 66% of the public are on the Giants in this game.
Wow.
Number one, they love Brian Dable. I agree. I think he's done a great job with this program or this team, this organization. He's kind of stared the strip in the right direction. You can see a big bright future for them. I've always thought, even in the past 3-4 years, that the Giants were one of those teams that just were missing something. I'm not sure if it
hmm
was the consistency on the offensive side of the ball, whether it was Barkley being hurt, every season, and this is the first year that Barkley's been healthy for the most part,
Yep.
or was it Daniel Jones turnovers? leading the league in turnovers all the time and making the wrong decisions. And then now this year, he seems to be this whole new person and now getting all this type of hype. And it's ridiculous. But I think a lot of it comes on the shoulders of the coach. Two, it's
Hmm.
a division game. They know each other. Both teams know each other. So the Giants feel comfortable
Yep.
coming down here. They've been here not too long ago. So you have that familiarity that doesn't weigh on teams as much as a new team or outside team coming into town. And then
Yep.
three, um, they're good against the spread. The Giants are 14-4
Mm.
against the
Woo.
spread. That's huge.
Huge.
So for me, the only way I can do this game or play this game is a teaser, but I can go either way for me because I think the Eagles are strong enough to win this game. But I also think the Giants are strong enough to keep this game within the numbers, and I believe in the numbers, and I believe that the ATS they're a good team against the spread. Now with the Philadelphia Eagles, we're powerful on offense. We're strong defensively. Um, we're questionable against the run, but I think we're
Hmm.
elite against the pass. We had a bye week, so we had a lot of good time, a lot of time for us to get healthy as healthy as we can. Dallas Goddard is back on the field. The question marks for us is that what Jalen Hurts is going to be here. Is it going to be last week's or 2 weeks ago Jalen Hurts? We don't need
Yeah.
that one. I know he has a shoulder injury. Hopefully, he
Man,
can.
that shit don't
He
mean
can.
shit now.
Yeah,
You know
it
what I
really
mean?
doesn't. So the
It
question is that if
doesn't.
he gets tackled against a very aggressive defense,
Yep.
um, will that affect him throughout the game? Because we need him to be the Jalen Hurts he has been all season, and that's being aggressive passing the ball and also aggressive with his feet. Um, if we're going to have the week
I
before
completely agree
Jalen,
with you, bro.
right? If we're going to have the week before Jalen, then we have a possibility that the Giants could actually win this game. And then secondly, I want us to commit to the run game to lay a lot of pressure off of Jalen Hurts. So I want us to hand the ball off. I know we don't like to do it all the time, but I think this is a game that we have to make sure we have a balanced offense and we can get out this game and get to the next round unscathed and move forward in the playoffs. So
Well, here's my thing about the run game. The run game includes Hurts. I don't know a way that they win this game if they just run the ball without Hurts running the ball and
and I, don't-
being a big part of that run
I
team.
agree. I think the magic number for Hurts should always be and this is special is 10 carries or less. I
Hmm.
Anything more than that, you're putting your quarterback at jeopardy. We have two more games to go after this to be victorious and win a Super Bowl. Last time you ran him 17 times, 19 times in the frozen Chicago Bear weather, and guess what happened? He
Hmm.
got hurt.
Yeah.
Jalen doesn't need to run the ball no more than 10 times. You have a great running back in I'm thinking about Saquon Barkley for some reason, but in Boobie Miles, you got two other backup running backs behind him that you can share the ball with.
Yep.
Commit to the run game, and then we can use our play action. We can start getting the ball deep down. Now, what I will say, I do have a highlight of Dallas Goddard's props. I do like Dallas Goddard's props. I think because with the New York Giants' aggressive defense, you should be able to see a couple quick passes to the tight end. Also, with the shoulder injury, I don't know if Jalen will be able to have that deep ball as he usually has. So he might be
Yeah.
looking down a little bit for Dallas Goddard. So I like Dallas Goddard. I do like Daniel Jones passing under. I like him
He's
more on
under.
his feet. So he's under in
Yeah, I like
passing.
his
I think
over
he's
rushing.
under. I like his over rushing. I'll just see where that number lands on Saturday to see
Yeah,
where we're
I like
going
them
with that.
both over rushing. Actually, him and Hurts, from a player
Mhm.
prop perspective. And I know everybody's on the Giant Killer. What's up, Don Don? Your boy's
I'm back.
back. But last week you missed him. You like, where Diddy at? We got somebody else
Man,
in
I'm back.
here.
I'm back,
You
baby.
know
I'm
what I
back,
mean?
baby.
Yeah, you
I'm
make
spitting
sure
that spitting them knowledge, man.
make sure I had to bring him back for you, Don Don.
Appreciate it,
Um,
Donda.
but and everybody's on Boston Scott to score every Giants game he is, and I get it. But
Giant
now
killer.
I think it's getting a little bit oversaturated. And what I don't want Sirianni to do is to be cute to keep some of those underlying storylines alive.
Oh, he's
Like
definitely going to.
you know he is,
No,
you
that's
know he
100%
is.
because he's
Yeah,
young. He has an
yeah,
immaturity, and he's going to
right,
want to do that. So I mean, it'll be goal line. He's going to get Booby. I mean, uh,
Scott.
Scott, Boston's going to get the ball on the goal line for sure, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. But and as soon as he come in, you got to do a play action. You got to
And
do a
run it,
play
run
action.
it
You
with
you,
Jalen.
you got to do a play action, yeah, and run it with Jalen or something else. Because as soon as he come in, they already asked I forget who's the defensive coordinator on the Giants. They asked him about Scott. The Giants know about it. I guarantee you, they ain't gonna want none of that Boston Scott shit. To happen. So
I agree.
be smart. You bring him in fifth, on first and at fifth, first and five on the goal line or whatever it might be. Do a little bit of RPO play action, something. Be smart, man. Be smart.
Bottom
I know,
line, man,
right?
put the fucking ball down, man.
Yeah, I know,
My
right?
guy,
Don
my
Don,
guy.
he don't fuck with me like he fuck with you.
Cause I'm
You
giving
know
him the
what I
truth,
mean?
baby. We was about
Yeah,
to. I said
yeah.
it. I talked about the Lions. I know Don now represent the Lions, man, and we
Just
saw what they
stop
did
it.
this year, man. Moss
Stop
money
it.
be hating sometimes, man.
Man, them jokers
But
lost, man.
now they made a
Well, no,
lot of money
actually, no,
now.
they won. They won at the end. Now they still
Yeah,
took
they
it. They
won.
still
What you
handled
mean?
business. Eh,
They did what they supposed to
we'll
do.
see. We'll see. We'll see next year what they do.
They bite. They biting at the
Um,
kneecaps.
right, right. All right, we got. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. The second leg of my teaser is a Saturday teaser too. I do like your Giants play, and I would like the Giants in the teaser as well. So I think you can play this game both ways, actually.
Both
Whether you
ways.
like the Giants from on a teaser or you like the Eagles in a teaser, I would. It would surprise me if the Eagles lost this game. Now that I'm at first it wouldn't surprise me, but now it would surprise me if the Eagles lost this game. So I'm doing a two team teaser, 7 point teaser. Give me the Chiefs. Give me the Birds. I think they both win at home and get on to the NFC and AFC championship, respectively. All right, Sunday. We got a man. This game's got so many storylines built into it. Running it back with Cincinnati and Buffalo. Buffalo's favorite -5.5. Total is 49.5. A lot of people thought Cincinnati was going to win that game against Buffalo the night that obviously Damar Hamlin had his unfortunate incident. And now we're going to run it back. A lot of those memories are going to be replayed. A lot of that things on that game. Buffalo's media, um, you know, Buffalo's, Bills Mafia, all that is going to all come back up to the surface. I'm sure Damar Hamlin's going to be some way, somehow in the building, in a press box, maybe on the field, honorary captain. It's going to be nuts from an emotional standpoint. And if for this game. So Cincinnati's got to weather that storm. Uh, and I think the line is that's what the line's telling me because I don't think this line should be that high. I really think it should be like 3.5, maybe 4. But I think a lot of that emotional storyline behind it is going to fuel Buffalo. But I can see a lot of people back in Cincy, and I can see a lot of people on Cincy on the money line here. A lot of people's going to like Cincy. I think Buffalo does win this game, but if anything, I'm playing the over 49. Both these teams scored points, so I would be looking to tease the total down to probably 42.5 and taking the over there.
Right, right. First thing, salute to Damar Hamlin and the strength and the surrounding family members that are there for him through that moment. I think,
Yeah.
um, it was a tragic situation. I think
Yes, sir.
all parties, including the NFL, played a major role in saving Damar's life.
Hmm.
Um, and I think with his strength, he was able to pull through. So hopefully, he will possibly be in the building. I'm not sure what his medical condition is now. I know the last time they were playing the last round, he was still looked like he was in a medical bed. So I'm not sure what the process will be for him to get to a game. But we'll continue to put our prayers up for him in a speedy recovery, and hopefully, eventually, he'll get back on the field and be able to continue his career. Um, Back to the game. This is a game I just don't trust. I really don't.
Mm.
I think you have two teams with a lot of storylines behind it. I don't think you need any more motivation to know that you win or go home, but there is more motivation behind it because of the storylines. At the same time,
Hmm.
you've seen ups and downs through both of these teams throughout the season. What Bengals team is going to show up? Is it going to be the red hot team that came into the playoffs? and then struggled against a third string quarterback or second string quarterback in the Baltimore Ravens, and really they were outplayed and should have lost that game? Or will the Bills be Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde also, who also really should have lost that game against Miami, and allow Skylar
Mm,
Thompson to come back and make it a game? So
yeah.
I just don't trust neither of these teams. I really don't trust Josh Allen. He leads the league in turnovers. I want to say 6 to 8 of those turnovers were in the red zone. That means he's making poor decisions. That means to me that his confidence is high as it should be, but his cockiness is now within his play. You can see are creating turnovers at timely possessions that they need to be getting points. So it all depends on what team's going to show up here. I don't trust them, but if I was to lean anywhere, I would lean Cincinnati, and
Okay.
I would go probably a teaser and add more points to that 5.5 and get them through the line, um, where it'll be over 10. Because I think it should be a close game. I think Cincinnati has the powerful receivers that can move up and down the field. I think
Yep.
Buffalo is obviously we know how they are offensively. I would lean the over in this game, but at the same time, for something's telling me it's going to go under the 50 number. I think the line has dropped down to 48.5. So we're seeing the money coming in on the under. So I'm sorry. Can you scroll down 49.5? So you see the line
Yeah,
is
I'm
coming
sorry.
down
Yeah, my
a
bad.
couple
My
of
bad.
rows.
Yep.
So I like the over, but something's telling me the under, and I'm not going to touch it. But I would tease Cincinnati, or I would take Cincinnati plus the 5.5. I just think it's going to be a close game. Both teams can battle. And if you saw the last game, Cincinnati went up right away with no problem.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I think the biggest thing, like you said, Josh Allen, I'm throwing the ball wherever Eli Apple is. Facts, Don.
Yeah.
Um, I think that I think you're completely right. I think he's got to get better and smarter in the red zone and with the balls in his hand. They'll go as far as he can go. And we know Buffalo really can't run the ball. Josh Allen is part of that rushing attack. I don't trust the line because I think the line is off to me a little bit here. Like I just kind of said earlier before, but
What do you think the
I
line
do
should
like the
be?
over.
You think it should
I
be
think
shorter
the
or more?
shorter. I think it should be shorter. I think probably 4. I
So
think
you
it should be
gotta take.
minus
So you
4.
then you feel like if you're getting 5.5, you love Bengals here, right?
I do like Cincinnati, but the thing that's keeping me away from betting Cincinnati is just the Damar Hamlin thing, which I think is built into the line.
Well,
I think that's priced in the line.
all right. So let's think about that. And like I said,
Yeah.
we're giving our praises to Demar. That was a couple weeks ago. They've already played in Buffalo. They've already had that. They had the opening kickoff on that next game. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm
R-
not saying it's not going to be an impact, but I'm
Right,
thinking that
right.
that emotion of
But it's
I think
Cincy again. This is the game where he got hurt. Like this is the
true. I
same
mean, but it
exact
wasn't since he ain't come
game.
out and knock his head off. It just was a situation that happened. I mean,
Yeah,
from my
yeah.
opinion, I'm not thinking this is like, listen, we got to do it for Demar. Maybe, but I'm thinking
Right.
it's a playoff game. It's win or go home. Is his motivation is, hey, we gotta win this motherfucking game. It goes back to what you're saying. Is Josh
Yeah,
Allen going to change the way he's going to play? And I don't see him doing that. He's going to be who he is until he start looking at the tape for the year and realize that damn, I fucked up. And I think that's what's going to happen. I see him even to the last game. He's holding the ball at the 20-yard line, holding, running to the side, and then he throws across his body. You don't do that. You don't do that. Sometimes it works for him, but he's
yeah,
has 6+ turnovers in the red zone.
yeah.
19 total turnovers.
Crazy.
That- Come on, Josh. You're
So
you're supposed to be
I mean,
MVP.
you making the case for Cincy. You
I
must
said
really like
Cincy.
Cincy. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying I think 5.5 is a lot of points.
Right, right.
I, I don't trust Josh Allen.
Ah, wow. Okay. Yeah. And going back to before you with your weather report, everything looks good across the board. Cold in some certain spots, but all football weather. No rain, no nothing. So no weather is going to affect. And if you're just jumping on right now, if you're watching this right now, make sure you hit that like button. Hey, it costs you nothing. We're getting out free picks, going through the analysts, trying to help you win as much money and make smart bets. The same way we try to do ourselves. So and then tell a friend to tell a friend, share, hit the subscribe button, all that good stuff. But I do like
Oh,
the total.
I did want to
Go
add.
ahead.
So
Yeah, go ahead.
Cincinnati have had issues on the offensive line as far as injuries. So
Yeah, I
that
saw that.
what I think plays the points in the line. I think the O line, the three
Yeah,
straight O linemen going out these last 3 weeks is
yeah, I
huge.
saw that. Yeah,
I
it
think
is
that's
huge,
what's
but it's the
impacting the
same
line.
old line they went to the Super Bowl with, though.
Yeah,
That
but
was the only caveat.
they didn't play this year. They didn't, you know what I'm saying? It's a different O line. I think they lost 3 in the last 3 weeks. That's a lot, bro.
Yeah, no, that is a lot. That is a
You know what
lot.
I mean? That's a
That
lot,
is a lot.
especially the cohesiveness, the way they
Hmm.
played. It's just not. It may not just be there. So I think that plays more to a factor in the line here. That they think
Yeah,
that Buffalo be able to get pressure on Joe Burrow. But
yeah.
going back to last year, I mean, shit, that O line was trash. But that O line was trash. You said last
But
year
they
that O
got to
line
the
was
Super
trash.
Bowl.
I mean, but
They
that was
still got to the
trash.
bowl, dog.
That shit was like a whole. That was like a holy fucking sandwich bag. It just they was
Right.
running through that thing.
Yeah, they were
So
ass. I'm not saying it, but they got to the bowl. You know what I mean?
listen,
That's all that matters. So, all right, last game Sunday night, 6 o'clock. The boys, Niners, storied rivalry, storied playoff rivalry. The Niners are favorite -3.5. Total is 46.5. Purdy, Brock Purdy, can he keep the magic going? Or is it finally Dallas's time? Is it finally Dallas's time? They had a meme or something came out. They haven't won a road playoff game since the late '90s.
92.
Um,
Troy
and
Aikman.
the question here is for me when you look at this game is really is are the Niners due for a bad game by Purdy? Is there a Niner? Is this game due for Dallas to kind of show up? And I think the line is telling me that the line is short. Money is coming in on Dallas. I don't know what the percentage is off the top of my head, but I know money is coming on Dallas. This line was at 4.5 about a day or two ago. So and even the money line somewhat short. I could see Dallas winning here. They were very impressive against Tampa. But the only thing that worries me about Dallas here, and I did say earlier in another podcast that I did like Dallas to win. I love the storyline of Dallas going to Philly um, for an NFC championship game and Philly waxing that ass. Um, but I think that Dallas is his fourth road game in a row, and that's going to be tough. And the Niners are on like an 8-9 game winning streak. And they haven't seen a defensive line like this. You know, the Niners really haven't played anybody as much, and you can say Dallas hasn't played anybody. They played us, they beat us, they hung 40 on us. So I think Dallas can score points here on this Niners defense. It's just can they stop the 49ers from scoring? And that's going to be the big question. Parsons is a little bit hobbled. Obviously, he's still going to play, still an impact player. I would lean Dallas with the 3.5, but I think I'm a lay off this game for now. But I like the over here too. I think Dallas can score points, and I think the Niners are going to put up points against that defense. So um, I would tease the over down, and I would tease the total down and take the over. And I would that you get that at what 30 at 7 point teaser, you get that at 39.5. I like that.
What's the hottest team in football?
Niners.
So why would I go against the hottest team in football?
I don't
Brock
know.
Purdy is that 49ers offensive
Purdy.
system is
A problem.
is what you call plug and play.
Mm,
It is fault proof, and he has shown you that all season long. Now that is married with the number one defense in the NFL with the 49ers defense, but that offense has now went through three quarterbacks, has lost Debo Samuels, has seen Kittles disappear in multiple games, and has still kept their identity and has still won games and dominated. And
hmm
matter of fact, with Brock Purdy, they lead the league since he's starting in points on board. With that being said, I want the line to continue to move down the other way.
mm.
Give me the 49ers. If I
Give
can
me
get
the
the
Niners
49ers under to
at
three,
3.
shh, why
Love
not?
it.
Take the home team here. I think the stronger team. I think the way it looked to me last week, Dallas looked like they won a Super Bowl last week. If you can see how they were acting, you can see the conversations that were made. Oh, you guys won the broke. You won to broke the tradition. You lost it. Man, the Buccaneers is trash. Been saying that. And you heard me last time. I've been saying
Right.
that. You want to talk about Tom Brady? We saw Tom Brady at 45, and
Hmm.
it wasn't a good look. And the Cowboys took advantage of that, but they're not going to be able to take advantage of Brock Purdy because Brock Purdy ain't a statue. That's the difference. The difference is that Brock Purdy can move and he
Yeah.
makes good decisions with the football as he's shown over these past few weeks. And I think the defensive line will be able to get after Dak Prescott, who I don't trust.
Mm.
Now, can Dak have a light up year? And when he's hot, he's hot. Yeah, Dak can get hot for sure. But I don't think the 49ers will allow that to happen. I think they will start interrupting his rhythm, which then makes him second guess, double pump. Here comes the turnovers. There's the game. And that's where I think the game will be lied on a turnover battle. And you'll see that more, I believe, from the 49ers than you will see from the Cowboys. So give me the
Hmm.
49ers here.
Let
I
me
would love to get it to 3 and or buy a point and get it to under 3 and just, make it happen.
here you go. Look at this bullshit. This is
You're
what
right.
you're
This is what I'm
talking about
talking
right
about.
here.
This is exactly what I'm talking.
Yeah.
They just
Yeah.
crowned this man.
Hey, crown this man. Yeah, look at him. Look at
Look,
this fat shit. Look at
this
this
is what
fat
I'm
boy
talking about.
shit.
Look, this is what I'm talking about. They won a Super Bowl already.
Right. All right. Look at that bullshit. Can't believe I just showed that shit here.
Yep.
I
Dak had one of his
wonder what
best games of his career. You
if
know
Jimmy G was healthy.
what they say? They
Uh,
they shot they load.
if Jimmy G was healthy and they had the same record, my thought is that it would probably be the same. I think it would be the same.
Yeah.
Um, you know,
Actually, I'll
Jim,
tell you the truth. I think it might actually go the
but
opposite
what
way.
four?
It might
Ah,
no, it might be down shorter because I think the way the Dallas Cowboys played Tom Brady and him not being mobile,
yeah.
I think they would make a similar stance that Jimmy Garoppolo's not mobile either.
Hmm.
So the opportunity for them to get into rush Jimmy would be easier than it would be for Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy can move. Brock
Yeah,
Purdy can
yeah.
move out the
But see, I
pocket.
don't I don't think that's going to work too much on Dallas's D line because Dallas's D has a legit D line.
I
I think it
agree.
worked last week. It worked last week because that defense is that the not Tampa. Who did they play last week again?
They played Tampa with no
No, they
rush,
played the
no
nine.
run game, bro.
They played the Niners. I mean,
Who?
Seattle. They played Seattle.
Cowboys?
You said Purdy. You said Purdy can move.
Oh yeah, but yes, Purdy.
Yeah.
But we're talking
So,
about Seattle. We're talking about Seattle's defensive backs.
but what I'm saying, yeah, Seattle's defense is bad, but that defensive line is nothing like it was. And Irving is, Irvin is not what he was back in the day. So I don't you he's not going to be able to get away from Lawrence. He's not going
I
to be
don't think
able
he
to get away
has
from
to because
Parsons.
one, San Fran has a strong run game. They commit to the run.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Dallas played Tampa Bay that can't
Hmm.
run the football. You see what I'm
Okay.
saying? So you have a team that can't
Yeah,
run the football, and then you have a statue sitting back there throwing the ball 66 times. Come on,
yeah.
man. Let's
Right,
be real. So now
right,
you got a team
right.
that can run the ball effectively in three different ways by the quarterback, the running back, and they have Debo Samuels. That means that D
Yep.
line cannot be rushing upfield freely. They got to be patient. Or if they do,
Yeah.
those gaps are going to be opening. And let's not talk about you got one of the best running backs in the NFL that's going to be running the ball, and Christian McCaffrey, who only runs
Hmm.
downhill. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's a triple threat. You talking about a triple threat? Shit.
Shit.
Cowboys gonna get mopped. Give me the 49ers. Give me the
All right.
Niners.
I'm gonna give you the just a recap real quick for those who still join us. Best bets for me was a two-team teaser, Chiefs and Eagles, and then I think that I am going to take another total bet. I'll probably release that sometime later today. So make sure you follow me on all social media platforms, Money Pop Podcast. I'll probably drop that on Twitter if you haven't followed me. I'm still going to look at it, but just looking at it hindsight, probably three-team 10-point teaser. I'll probably take the over in the Jags KC game. I want to say the over in the Cowboys Niners game for sure. And then I'll take the over in this Bengals and Bills game. I'll leave the Eagles game alone because the Eagles might mess around and beat them 34-7. So Those are my two bets. B Diddy, before we get out of here, man, what's your two bets again? Or
Yeah, I
did you
think
have one?
I do have a few. I mean, I have a few teasers, but I think you can marry them anyway. I would go Chiefs, Eagles, like you said.
Yep.
I got a couple 10-point teasers in here. Chiefs, Giants,
Hmm.
and Niners. And then I gotta even have another
Why you
teaser in
say
there for.
Giants so hard, dog? Don't say Giants. Giants.
Oh well, fuck the Giants, man. Um, and then I got another teaser with some of the upsets. So I got Giants, Cowboys, and I think the Chiefs or the Bengals. One of those. I got them at 10 points just to get them above those big numbers.
Okay. Okay.
I
Cool.
think
If
it's gonna
you
be a
if
good divisional round, man. I really do.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be great. I can't wait for football. And I love football on Saturdays. It gets here a little bit early since we don't have no more college. All right, everybody. I want to thank everybody for tuning in here. Thank you for joining us on Money Pop Podcast. And really, in honesty, I hope that you guys gained some valuable insights, some strategies for making better bets, making smarter bets. And to all those fellow bettors out there, whether you're new, whether you've been doing this for a while, I wish you the best of luck in all your endeavors and all your bets. And always don't forget to follow us on all social media channels for more tips, tricks, and our expert analysts. Until then, I'll put that up for you, Don Don. You know what I mean, you want to say bye. You don't want to say bye to me. You hate it. You know what I mean? You want to shout out Diddy. You know what I mean? It's all good, man. But like I said, man,
Salute.
until next time, man. Thank you for joining in. Good luck, and we'll see you next week. We're out.